Hey everyone, Sheila here. I just wanted to wish you and your family a very happy new year. I don't know about you, but where did this year go? I cannot believe that we are on the last day of 2014. You know, we get to this point in time of the year and we start to think, what did I do with my year? Where did it go? I can't believe how fast time has gone by. The unfortunate part about this time of year is a lot of people, when they're looking back at their year, they only see the negative or the not so great things that happen because they have a big impact on our brain. And unfortunately, our brains are trained to look for that. So this is where my lovely little gratitude or celebration jar comes into play. Now, I've talked about this a couple of different times, and this is the second year that I have done it myself. And I have to say I've done way better this year with it than I did last. I think I probably surpassed the amount of items in my jar probably in about June. At that point, I probably already had as much as I did for all of last year. Because it takes time and practice to actually train your brain to look for the good things that happen in your life. Now, for those of you that don't know anything about this jar, so like I say, I call it a celebration jar. A lot of people call it gratitude jars. So what it's all about is looking for things in your life, it doesn't matter how big or how small they are, that just something that you are so grateful for or that you want to celebrate in that day. It could be, I know some of mine, probably the most simplest one is finding a dime on the street because, hey, that's 10 cents more than I had when I started that day. So it should be celebrated. It can be as big as you want it, that you want to go in there. It's just, it takes practice to remember to actually, when you get home, say to write it down and put it in the jar. So when I open mine up, you can see that mine is jam-packed full of papers. Like, it's actually to the point that I couldn't fit any more in, and I think that's totally awesome. And the best part is I don't remember what most of those are. I mean, I have some recollection, but the majority of them, I have no idea. So this is where, and I know some people like to do it on New Year's Eve, but I like to do it on New Year's Day. Is where I sit down, you know, first thing in the morning while the world is still quiet, the year is brand new, and I go through them all and I revisit each and every one of those items that I've put in there. So by the time that I'm done, my heart just feels so swelled full of gratitude. I mean, what a great way to start your new year, with having this immense energy of gratitude. I mean, that can only start your year off on the right foot, right? Like I say, I am so looking forward to going through my jar tomorrow and revisiting a lot of these. You know, I know a lot of them are, you know, going to bring a lot of smiles. There may be some tears, but they're all going to be really good. And it's just going to be an awesome way to start my year. Now, one thing I've never mentioned before, but I've been really thinking about it a lot lately, is what a great way to start teaching your children about the whole attitude of gratitude. You know, because they learn from us. They're not just going to come pre-programmed knowing what that's all about. So actually get them involved in it. Well, the great thing about having your children do it with you is what great accountability partners they will make. Because you know, if you tell your children anything that you're going to be doing something, they're going to be on you about it. They will hold you accountable. So, you know, when you're sitting down for dinner at the end of the day or before you're getting ready for bed, you know, just make it a habit of asking them, you know, what was good that happened in your day? What was something that you would celebrate today? You know, something that you have gratitude for. Get them in the habit of actually looking for that in their day. Because like I say, it takes time and practice to actually train your brain to do that. So if we can get the younger generation started on it now, I mean, just think about the amount of gratitude they're going to have for everything in their life when they become adults. One thing I like to do at this time of the year, I mean, besides setting my specific goals for different categories that I want to meet in my life, is I have this set of questions that helps me go through and just reflect on my year. Now, I have no idea where I picked up these questions, but I think they're just really great because they help you go through a lot of internal reflection and really make you be honest with yourself about some of the things that you did do during the year, and maybe you'll realize that there's some areas that you really need to work on as you carry forward into the new year. So I'm not going to go through them all now because it would take too long, but I will post them below. Now, they're not just simple yes or no type questions. Like I say, these are ones that are going to take some thought and some time to do them. I know for me, I usually take a couple of days to go through them, mainly because I just don't want to sit still long enough to do them all in one shot. But like I say, take some time and really think about them and be honest with your answers for these questions. Like I say, it might help you really focus in on what you actually want to set for specific goals for your new year. So I have a question for you. Do you have any sort of quirky little ritualistic type things that you like to do to get ready for New Year's? I have a couple that I always like to do, and I'll put them down below, but I'd really be interested to see what you have. And I don't mean, getting ready for a party or planning a party or, doing your goal setting. I mean things that are just a little different. Things that you just like to get done before, crossing over into a new year. So if you're brave enough, leave me a comment below and let me know what it is, because I'd really be interested to know what other people do. Well, that and to know that I'm not the only one that does some of these strange things, to cross over into a new year. So definitely let me know. Now, speaking of goals, I'm going to be doing some, over the next couple of weeks, a couple of blog posts just focused on the whole idea of goals. What is the difference between a goal and a resolution? Why do we set them? What's the psychology behind it? Why is it that sometimes they just don't work? So I'm going to go through all of those questions with you over the next couple of weeks, so keep an eye out for those posts. So in saying all of that, I just want to wish you a happy new year, and that 2015 brings you that much closer to realizing all of your hopes and dreams. So here's to increasing all the happiness, love, and prosperity in all of our lives, and let's make this our best year yet. Take care.